You wonder why the hell so many people are trying to tell me to slow down. Seems like motherfuckers should be shutting the hell up and enjoying the show.
This is a podcast. This conversation. It's not an interview. You ain't in no hot seat.
Oh, so I can chill?
Yes, you can chill. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can chill. So, and more. Now, how did you get and more? It sounds like that lady, the Diary of Anne Frank, who, you know, the Jewish girl.
Mm-mm.
You don't remember that?
I know what she's talking about.
But it's so professional.
No, so I like thinking of like, I know it's always God's plan, but I'm like, since I've been young, I'm like, I want to be this. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be so I'm like, let me start speaking into existence. So you ever heard like those radio interviews where they'll be like, birthday bash, we have 2 Chainz, Future, and more.
Okay.
It's and more, but I'm like,
oh, it's and more.
When they're pronouncing on a radio to promote a party or whatever, you hear and more, but I'm like, let me be and more. But in my head, when I hear it, it's gonna sound like and more, because I'm gonna be performing one day. I'm gonna be on stage one day. With those, you know, those celebrities.
Now you call yourself in your bio a professional clout chaser.
Facts.
What is that?
See, people take the word clout.
Okay.
Like right now, I'm listening to SUlClDAL Baby, and he goes, "I got money, I got hoes, I don't need clout."
Okay.
Clout for me it's like the marketing side of your business. You do need clout. You do need. It's like clout is like attention.
Okay.
You need to be on a stage.
Right.
You need to have the tabloids reposting you. You need to. You get what I'm saying? But people take clout and be like,
yes,
oh, it's bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, my term for clout is attention. I'm a professional attention seeker. That's the only way y'all gonna see that link in my bio. Whether I'm selling pussy, whether I'm selling t-shirts, whether I'm selling ass.
We've been having a lot of people on the seat that's been selling ass here lately. But you gotta shows.
But guess what? They're on your platform because they need clout. They need attention. They need viewers.
Okay.
I'm here for clout.
Now, how you generate so many damn followers? I know it wasn't from selling ass now.
It was sucking on gas pumps, sucking on water hose, and, you know, just tapping into the men's mental like, damn, she look good.
So you the female version of Boot Gang.
No, Boot, no. Yeah, but...
You remember Boot Gang? He saved, sanctified. I need to get him in here for an interview. I want to see about his change.
Boot Gang. Ain't he with,
They broke up.
They broke up?
But I know you're talking about Whoa Vicky.
Whoa Vicky.
Yeah, 2 professional clout chasers.
Facts. Those big clout chasers.
Yeah. Do you date any other clout chasers?
I don't date.
What do you do?
I fuck.
Oh. And you do. Yeah. Okay. So.
But let me keep a buck with you.
Okay.
I'm done fucking.
Why?
I'm celibate.
How long you been celibate? You don't even know.
I just got rid of something. I had to return to sender. You know?
So you just took this time to practice abstinence?
I had to.
So you had an abortion? Before or after they passed the law? Before or after they passed the law? How's that getting done? You got a passport, don't you?
When you got money, you can do a lot of things.
How much money you make? You didn't get it? Like,
you want me to say it?
Yeah.
I make $300 a month.
300 what?
300,000.
What the fuck do you do?
Not much.
You make $300K a month
on OnlyFans.
And you on OnlyFans. Damn, Bad Baby wasn't lying, but she kind of gave me like she caters to a different audience.
See, that's the thing. Like I built my Instagram following like men based. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Had I started off like Bad Baby, I probably could have just been selling feet pictures.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have sex. I don't show my face. I just started showing my tattoos because I'm like, niggas look. Everybody know what a vagina looks like. Everybody know what titties look like.
Okay.
But you get what I'm saying?
So how do you make money on your OnlyFans if you're not fucking?
Click the link in my bio.
Girl, I can't listen. Last time I was on OnlyFans, somebody screenshot that shit and they tried to put it out like I was on their OnlyFans watching them. And I only subscribed just to go see if they was really like letting a pastor fuck them in the ass. So I was on there to get content. And then next thing you know, I'm trending on.
A pastor was fucking?
Yeah, I'm on there trending on Twitter. They talking, oh, look at her on the OnlyFans. I am here doing research.
Okay, well, that's clout for you. I would have been like, fuck it. I just wanted to see if the past.
But I'm just trying to see, like, what $300,000 a month. You're not fucking. You're not like showing your face.
Nope. You gotta pay extra for that. But I don't. It's like whether I show, like, honestly, I could take a break from OnlyFans for like a good year.
I know.
And I could start showing my feet and still hit that 300,000 because it's just another part of me they haven't seen. Exclusive. How you say the word? Exclusivity.
Exclusivity.
Like Beyonce, right. You don't see Beyonce just at every. I like comparing myself to Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, because, like, for example, Cardi B, she's a stripper.
Okay.
My OnlyFans is my strip club.
Okay.
Beyonce, she's not everywhere out and about. My DMs be filled with like strip club bookings, this booking, house party bookings, how much I pay you $15K right now. Real promoters hitting me up and I turn them down because I'm like, nah, I don't need to be everywhere. And Nicki Minaj, she just that bitch that rap about her pussy. I make music too. And I sing about how good this pussy is.
Okay.
So it's like, OnlyFans, the second I start fucking, like, I feel like my value is just down. We done seen you fuck. Never done content with another man on my OnlyFans.
Not another woman either?
Hell no. I don't like girls.
I had an ex stud that turned pimp, and then she turned to an IG model, and she was like, she don't like fucking girls no more either. She was like, ew, you know what girls go through?
That's what I'm saying, the maintenance that, like, I know what I gotta do to keep my shit up. I don't know if you gonna keep your shit up. I'm not linking that.
Lord Jesus. So let's talk about the taxes, because $300,000 a month, OnlyFans. How are you structuring your taxes? I mean, are you writing off your wigs and your makeup and your clothes?
I'm a walk-in business. Everything's a write-off. I just bought a house. I got $1 million crib. Like,
where the hell you got $1 million?
I got properties. Everything's a write-off. Because guess what? Where do I film my OnlyFans content? At my house. That's my business. That's my office.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I could go out to eat, splurge. As long as I'm talking about OnlyFans, that's a business meeting.
Okay.
That's a write-off. Clothes and stuff, like, let's say, because I done dealt with celebrities. And I'm like, ooh, you look like you'd be a good write-off. Shoot, business. Because I'm like a trick. I like tricking I like spoiling niggas I fuck with. I don't even gotta fuck, like, I'm weird. So, you watch Baddies?
That.
Like, for example, Baddies.
Okay.
Because I'm just that bitch.
Okay.
I flew Jayla and Scotty to Miami. I got them at Airbnb.
Okay.
Party bus, took them to clubs. All that shit. That's a write-off.
Because you were advertising or marketing yourself.
I mean, to an extent. Like,
or meals and entertainment. You know, that's
either way it goes. That's entertainment for me. I'm just like see, that's the thing. I had to calm down a lot because I didn't know certain men felt disrespected with me splurging like that. Because I'm like, when I get around dudes, they be like, oh, I'm not used to this.
Yeah, let me move this out of the way because you making me nervous. Because your hand was like, yeah. I'm like, oh, it's gonna go. And I'm like, okay, cool.
I flew Jayla Scotty out that weekend between, they said at Airbnb, the Airbnb was like $4,000. We went to the club. It's probably like another thing. I took him out to eat. I did a few stuff. That weekend was probably $10,000 alone. I
need to have her as a friend.
And I be like, why y'all bitches fuck up friendships with me? Because I'm not flying you out to fuck me. I'm flying you out so you could experience just how I'm living. Like, yeah, I take pictures because Jay was like, at least I don't got to spread my legs. Well, bitch, at least I don't have to fuck to be flown out. Let me give you, and let me have you experience what it is to be flown out and not have to fuck somebody. That's what I was trying to show, like, Jay with them.
So you paying men to fuck you?
No.
Just not on camera.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
No, because there's niggas that I splurged on that I haven't fucked. It's just a thing. I want to see people happy. Like, if I know you want something and I know you can't get it, or sometimes it be niggas that got money that could get it. Okay. And it's just like, I feel like I'm a breath of fresh air.
You know, you are the perfect scammer's target. You know that, right?
What does that mean?
I'm telling you, true story. Coach Stormy Wellington, you know who she is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The low vibration? So
she gets on Kevin Samuel's show. okay? And basically says, I don't need a man. I make too much money. There's nothing they can offer me. And, you know, she basically advertised herself to a whole platform of men. So a man came along, and when I tell you he raking her out, he raking her out.
See, that's the thing. The thing, let me tell you, because I tried dealing with a man, not saying I don't date men for what they have, because I don't want nothing from you.
Well, then you're not going to keep a man then.
That's
they need to be needed.
That's the thing. So I get, like right now I'm single. I haven't been fucked with nobody. I'm just chilling.
But you got pregnant.
That was, so let's rewind it. On Baddies, I found out I was pregnant.
Okay. And you were fighting and shit.
That's when I stopped fighting.
Okay.
And no one knew on set what was like, even like some of the EPs, they was like, what's up? We missed the OM. I'm like, I'm not going to tell y'all I found I was 3 months pregnant. So, I don't know if you see me drinking. I'm like, shit, how the fuck is this going to go?
Yeah. So you decided to return to sender.
You know, little pack and slip.
She went down there to Baja, California. It was right over the border from LA. Where did y'all film at in LA?
We went to different states. It was
like a road
little road trip.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
We went everywhere.
So, damn. So, oh baby. I'm sorry your mama did that to you. You knew who the daddy was? I have to ask. You said you was a professional clout chase. I figured you'd be an open book.
Not a professional, because I didn't know who the daddy was.
You didn't know who the daddy was?
It's honestly, so at that time I was fucking with, like, I want to say 3. You know when you got niggas in rotation?
So who's the names?
Listen close and listen carefully. The olive leaf extract can reverse high blood pressure and diabetic high blood sugar, or the sugar as some of our grandmamas may call it. It can also kill any nasty little bugs in your bodies like parasites, bacteria, fungi, tumors, and much, much more. And if that's not enough, you can also tell certain cancers like breast, prostate, colon, liver, and skin cancer to take a seat, because the olive leaf extract has been known to fight it. And their friend lupus can get it too, okay? So I need my winos to be in good health, because we have some good dragging to do. So visit myoliveleaf.biz to help get your health in order. All right, winos, check out our Unwine with Tasha K store. We got sweatshirts that say, nah, I gotta go and I ain't got it. We got crop top, wine mug, water bottles. We got it all, okay? So be sure to hit that link below. Well, they call you the Queen of Broward.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it safe to call you were a stud?
I was.
You were high yellow. They bullied you.
Yeah.
A lot of light-skinned people don't talk about that.
They think that we got it all like good. We light-skinned and we just got everything good. Like, nah, hell nah, I used to get bullied and shit. And it's just crazy how I hadn't already started working with females and I was like 19, 20 before I even knew that my dad was an actual pimp in Chicago. I was already, semi doing that here.
So you got into pimping?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was in your blood?
That's what I feel like.
And you had no idea?
I had no idea.
So as a stud, you had females working for you.
Okay, you want to know, before I get into that, you want to know some tea?
Yes.
I was talking to Shaq recently.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. So let me see these DMs, child.
I respect a real nigga that could be like, yeah, I'm taking this bitch to Cancun real quick. I'll be back for you when I get a Davy, and I'll be like, all right, daddy.
He says, I'm waiting. Show me where you want me to come when I see you. Oh, the white. God damn. The white. Bitch, she got all the receipts. Oh, shot.
Anybody celebrity?
I signed 2 NDAs for 2 of them because I told all 3 of them what was going on. 2 of them made me sign an NDA.
They was married?
One of them was.
Okay.
The other one wasn't. And then the other one knew I was fucking the other 2. So he was like, yo, I'm not on that.
So what's
one
his
of them
name?
wanted me to, I can't say, I'm not saying shit. Tosh, don't make me say it.
Who is it, child? I just want to know who the contender was. You're not saying he was a daddy. You just saying like he was just one of
a possibility.
He was one of the possibilities.
I never post the dudes that I deal with.
Okay.
If you
So you be one of them girls
the type of men that I be around, like the type of people I be around.
Yeah.
Fuck the millionaires. I fuck with billionaires.
Oh.
Like, and it's people very well known. Like,
so did you fuck on Supreme Paddie?
No, hell no.
How did this even get out though? My producers pulled some shit about you. Were you ever sexually involved with Supreme Paddie? I say, ain't no way this lady fucked on this white dude.
Black is where it's at, baby.
Okay.
Except one of the niggas that made me sign an NDA. Well, not niggas.
That's why I was confused. It's like, what we talking about? Eminem? Come on, now. You got to keep the mic close to you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what you gonna do? Bring it like
so I see what you do. You get us all lit, loose lips.
Yeah, that's what it's called, the wine cellar.
Oh boy,
it's okay. So okay, what celebrity? So is this your first time being pregnant?
I hope so. I wouldn't know. I drink like I feel like raw dog is where it's at. I never had an STD, so I'm like, God protected me all the time.
Did you have your HPV shot?
I can't remember the last time I had a shot. I didn't even get the vaccine.
You have HPV. Let me give you a little lesson here, cause that's the STI that show up when you're 40. So it lingers in the body, and then you wound up having cervical cancer.
Oh boy.
Then it spreads to ovarian cancer. Yeah.
So, raw dog is where it's at.
Okay.
I'm here for a fun time, not a long time.
Okay.
So, I feel like if I'm fucking with billionaires, that obviously they look healthy to me.
Look healthy.
Shit. Smell healthy.
Okay.
Taste healthy. Then I just, I'll be all right. And then I'm like, God would never put me in a situation to where...
And you're not charging them?
No, for what?
You're not charging a billionaire?
For what? Charge me with some good dick and, and then like, we go out to eat, I'll be trying to, let me take care of it. Like, no, baby, I got it. I'm like, that's good enough for me.
Then what's the point?
I know, right? I can't ask, like, I had a homegirl, right?
What's this?
One of the dudes I was dealing with, she was like, you need to ask him to buy you a flight. I looked at her like, I'm like, I'm not asking no nigga to buy me no flight.
It sounds like your ego's in the way. You said you was a walking business, right?
Yeah.
So then you need to charge.
I charge on my OnlyFans. That's good. And like, my thing is, I don't see a nigga as a meal ticket when I could feed myself. Am I tripping?
Yes, you tripping. The fuck?
I could get my nails done on my own. I get my hair done on my own. Make sure you good. Like, okay, so I dated a nigga that was not financially equal to me, right?
Okay.
And like, when we go out now, I want you looking like me. Like, I could go, I bought this from a boutique, Jador Fancy in Miami.
All right.
Right? These probably some Renee, like, they $1,000 shoes maybe.
Them $1,000.
Yes.
My daughter could have made them. Them $1,000.
It's the name, like, it's, if I got all this money sitting in my bank account, I need to spend it.
Girl, I got these from Ross. Let me see. Yeah, they don't even have a name. But go ahead. Yeah.
I'm here for a fun time, not a long time.
Okay. Not that.
It's an investment. That's how I look at it. Like, what I'm gonna do with my money? What else? If you don't, and honestly, I went through a depression over this. I get bored. Like, I'm like, I done made all the money. I done had every new G-Wagon every year. Sell it, get another one. So I just ordered.
So you got ADHD?
I think so. I can't sit down and be still.
Yeah.
Nothing makes me happy. So it's like, and my pride will never have me ask a nigga for shit.
I don't think it has anything to do with pride.
So what is that?
You're fucking up the structure, the foundational structure that women have taken years to build, okay? There's an understanding, an unspoken language. A billionaire doesn't use all of his money.
Me either.
And so here's the thing. Yeah, you making $300,000. You fucking on a billionaire, right? Let's just say, hypothetically, OnlyFans goes into a recession. You gotta supplement that deficit.
I got other stuff. One, OnlyFans is not my only income.
Okay, you own some apartment buildings?
Yeah, I do Airbnb. Like, I have different.
How many Airbnbs you got, girl?
I got 3.
That's not enough.
For my income and for what my savings says, I'm good. And then tomorrow, like, I got other stuff in the works.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 26.
All right, so you're not even thinking long term.
Yeah, I am.
No?
Yes, I am. I'm here.
Where's your mama? Your mama.
My mama, honestly, my mom, so I got 6 sisters.
Okay.
I'm the middle child. My dad passed when I was in 5th grade.
Okay.
My mom, she just living her life. My grandma, I take care of my grandma. I pretty much take care of my family. I figured it out on my own. And one thing about me, my dad was a bit like, see, I'm just good.
What was your daddy like?
My daddy was a trapper. He was a hustler. And honestly, that's what took him out the game. You know, you get the money, you get the jewelry, you get this.
So he was killed. He was killed.
Something like that.
Well, what did he do? Die of natural causes as a hustler?
It was a long story short. He was running from the feds. So he got deported back home.
Where you guys from?
Guyana.
Okay.
You know, he set up a nice stay for him back home, sent everything home, and then he started beefing with some people. Long story short, they get in a fight, police come picks him up. He's in jail. You know, Guyana's not like how it is now back then.
Right.
And I guess his jail cell was cold and they had him on cement and one of his lungs collapsed.
So he got pneumonia?
I guess so, and then he died.
I mean, Dr. Sabi died the same way.
Right.
He was in a cold jail,
but as far as like his hustle mentality, like he never
hold on for a
went
second.
without.
Yeah, give me a second. Hey, Mama, we recorded. I'm so sorry. It's okay. Can you come do it later? Can you do way down there and then come back later?
Oh.
1 hour. We'll do it tomorrow. I'll tell him you did it. Tomorrow. Okay. Gracias. Sorry about that. She's like, oh no. Okay. So, all right. Rest in heaven, Daddy. So what does your mom think about your lifestyle?
She followed me on Instagram. She must not think much.
You ain't never talked to her.
I don't have that relationship with my mom.
See, that's the problem I think that be going on here. Cause you know, it's like the ADHD, it could either be ADHD or it could be you.
I got daddy issues. I got mama issues. I got
searching for codependency and love. And so that's your way of showing love. That's your love language when you spoil people.
What's crazy is every time, like, I got the best management team, right? You just met one of my managers. Like, me, I don't know what love is to an extent.
Okay. Never been in love.
I'm in love right now.
With who?
I ain't gonna say his name. But he a celebrity.
What? You can't be coming in here talking about they celebrities and not drop. This the wine cellar, this celebrity news.
Maybe I gotta drink a little bit more to say
drink,
his name.
child, drink. We just need the name. If you in love, say the nigga name.
But what it is like, as an adult now, and I'm healing. I'm like, right now I'm isolating myself. I live by myself. I got a big ass crib. I used to stay with my family to kind of like have a purpose, because I get depressed very easily. I'm like, what's my purpose here? I like making people happy. Like, I spoil my family. I'm like, you know, you get a car, you designer this. But then, you know, when I go back in my room, I'm laying by myself, I'm like, I'm not happy. And every nigga that I've been with, they haven't filled that void. So I'm like, it's not even other people, it's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're raised without that, I was raised in a house with my cousin. I'm 2 months older than her. She had mom and dad. And I'm like, damn, she don't be fucking all these niggas. She don't got OnlyFans. She went to school. I dropped out of school 10th grade. I'm like, why did not saying my life turned out bad, but I'm like, why does she look good? Why she look like she don't, you get what I'm saying? She still live with her mom and dad. Why do I have my own house? You get what I'm saying? Why am I not comfortable living with my people? Or why don't go? I tried patching stuff up with my mom, and it's like the bond's just not there. I tried calling my mom mommy, at my grown ass age calling my mom. And I'm like, this, you don't feel like a mommy.
Did something happen like early on during your childhood? I mean, like.
Oh, heck yeah. I was molested. I was touched. You know what I'm saying? Because at this age, I'm like, why was my sex drive so like.
Because you were introduced early.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I was watching porn at the age of like 7, not knowing what the fuck I'm watching.
Okay.
But like I'll have an adult walk in and she's like, you're not supposed to watch that. And I'm like, but I want to watch it.
Yeah.
But it's because I was introduced to it. You know what I'm saying? So as an adult now, I'm like, because I'm just now hitting that stage. I'm like, why am I like this? Okay. Why do I feel like I need a nigga up under me every 2 seconds? And what's crazy is the nigga that I fell in love with, he don't even got to be up under me, but it's like I feel him be like, nah, focus on yourself right now. Because if I'm up under him, I'm not focusing on what I have going on. It's the point, I don't care about money.
Because it's codependency.
Yeah, I feel you. But I'm finding that out for myself. People could tell you all day, be by yourself, just sit. I need to figure that out on my own. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no amount of money in this world. That's why I'm like, niggas with money don't excite me because I done had all the money. I done had all the G-Wagons. I done had the jewelry.
Okay.
All that shit doesn't excite me.
Okay.
Cartiers and bust down this and I done did all that. I done had every G-Wagon to keep up with the year. All my phones I update to the every year and I don't be happy. I even tried the strip, like that manager you just met, I used to stay in the crib and just stack up my money. Wasn't happy. I said, let me go outside, let me go throw. I used to throw $5,000 a night in the strip club. Just wasn't happy. I done lost money. I done went broke. Well, never broke. I always had assets, and I'm like, damn, like, I'm tired of stacking it back up. What's next? You know what I'm saying? Like, and at one point, I'm like, maybe a baby will make me happy. Hence, you get what I'm saying?
No, ma'am.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, fuck no.
So it's like, I'll be like, I'm not gonna lie, Glorilla, she got that one song, every day is not gonna shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. That's probably the song right now that keep me going. Cause I'm like, damn, I'm having a fucked up day. Like, I don't feel like, and I'll hit my homeboys up. I'm like, yo, I'm having a day. Oh, this is what she was saying when she was like, she gonna make you cry. I feel it coming, but I'm not gonna cry. But no, do shit. Like I built like this tough exterior. Like even on Baddies, I had a breakdown off camera. And that's why I give my props to Krishan, because Krishan, she shows all her layers on. She don't care what it is. She gonna show you how she's feeling. Me, I built, as you can see, there's no women out there splurging on niggas like how I do. It's someone had to tell me like, yo, you're a female. Calm down. Like,
yeah, you don't need to
I give my homegirls money to throw, and I sit back like I'm the nigga.
Those are not friends.
I feel you, but whatever, I be testing stuff out to see what makes me happy. What?
You want to know what make you happy? You want to know how to attain happiness?
What?
I literally had this conversation with my daughter. She's 15. Just the other day, we took a long walk and had breakfast on Sunday. And she's, her emotions, because she's 15, being a 15-year-old is not easy. And that's the years when you need your parents the most.
That's when my dad passed and my mom was here and I'm living in other people's house and I got my auntie and uncle with their daughter that's the same age.
Right.
And one thing, I'm not putting nothing on my grandma. Thank God for her, because had it not been for her, we would have ended up in group homes. But my grandma always compared me to my cousin. She's like, you're smarter than her. You're this, you're that. And it always pissed me off because I'll bring home bad grades. And little do she know, I'm like, I'm about to drop out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, smarter than her how? You know what I'm saying? Like,
because I always got compared. You knew you got it. Like, you know how to go out here and make money, right? So I think people associate intellect with, academics. And
what's crazy is I done been in AP college course. I have credits.
See?
I got, like, I could go to school, right? But that's the thing. I always did what made me happy. I dropped out of school 10th grade, didn't tell nobody. Didn't tell my family. Started a clothing line, started making money on the side. Everybody be like, yo, you look just like your dad. And not visual wise, but more on like, your dad always been a hustler. They come to my house, she got a big house. Oh, she got the new car. She got this. She wearing jewelry, just like your daddy.
So let me tell you this, because because I could feel the emotion in you right now. And I could feel it's just you holding them tears back. I can see it all over you. And it's like you nervous talk.
I do?
Yeah.
I'm drunk talking right now. No, I don't feel nervous.
But it's because that's a downer. So, and that may play a big role too on your emotions. So, where you kind of have those down days, right? But then when you start drinking, they kind of pick up a little bit, but then when it wear off, it goes really down.
Yeah, when you got to deal with real life.
Yeah, I had a friend like that. I had to let her go because her emotions was wrecking me, because of the constant. It was given bipolar. It was given borderline narcissism. I got something on me?
No.
Okay. And because of me, I'm very, very focused on what I'm doing. It's hard when you're dealing with a person and you never know what type of day they're gonna have. Not to say that I don't love her and I don't want to see her be the best person, but nobody can make you happy.
Facts.
Right? So you spending time with me, yes, that's a temporary kind of Band-Aid, or us going out or taking a trip or doing all these things. But like when I go home and I have to go home, I have a whole husband and kids that depend on me. You've already sucked all the energy out of me crying when you get drunk or just crying in the club. And it's like, what the fuck? Why are you crying? We having a good time. I don't know. And I'm like,
see, I don't do all that.
I know. I'm just saying.
But the best thing you can do for her is to give her space. And the thing is, I used to be like that. I need to be up under somebody.
Yeah.
Actually, was I? Because I like my space. Like, that's crazy. I don't really, same thing like you said, you don't know what days. It's some days, but I got emotional support dogs. Like, I could be alone. I know how to be alone. But there's some days I'm like, hey, y'all come over to the crib. Let me cook. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody I'm like, get the fuck out. Like, I want my space. You know what I'm saying? Like when you like company, y'all need to don't overstay your welcome. Like,
well, I just don't invite people to my house anymore.
I don't do that either.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is,
don't know how to lead, especially when you make a little money. You know what I'm saying? They just, can I spend a night? No, I got kids in here. But I want to tell you something, because I know you've been struggling a long time, and I was your age once. And I was very promiscuous, but I wasn't promiscuous to the point where I sold myself, right? I just made sure the guys that I was dealing with took care of my necessities. You paid my rent up. You bought my cars. You bought my clothes. If you want me to spend time with you and I have a shift to go work, you got to take care of what I'm missing in order for me to come spend time with you. Because at the end of the day, you making $200,000-$300,000 a year. But hell, I'm still on minimum wage. And so I got that very early on thanks to my mom, right? However, when it comes to happiness, because I remember I was so depressed one time, and I'm sharing this with you so you know that I know what you're going through. But I don't think your depression, I'm not going to say I don't think it's as bad as mine. People deal with depression in different ways. But for me, I would go to work, right? I worked a little serving job on Cascade Road in Atlanta, worked the bar. I was a bartender. And I would go work from like 10 to 5, go home. We'll stop by the Chinese spot. I'm off for the next 3 days, okay? And that one box of Chinese food, that's what I would eat on for 3 days. I would not put it in the refrigerator. I would slide it under my bed, and I would just sleep and not shower for 3 days.
You know what's crazy?
Until I had to go back to work.
I had, like this name. I said I was going to stop talking about him to help him rest in peace. But he's a part of, because I'm removing it right now.
What does it say, though?
Joe.
Okay.
I was in a relationship with him for like 3-4 years, and he died of a brain aneurysm in the middle of sex. Like I was giving him head, and his last words is "oh shit," right? My whole recovery. What's crazy is I want to say probably like a month or 2 ago. That's when I finally healed, and he died 2017, November 17th, 2017. What you just said, I moved in with because I was living with him. I moved in with my sister. I didn't care about shit. I was sleeping on her floor. clothes on top of my clothes. Same thing you did with the food and
laundry, powder.
Just let it sit there. Yeah. And when I tell you, my manager, this is why I'm like this. He could tell me he need a kidney, and I'm gonna give him my kidney.
Okay.
Cause he found me, like he found me there, and he was like, "Ooh, why are you doing this to me?" He found me there. He picked me up. He was like, "I'm gonna fix you." I've never like.
I'm gonna get you some tissue. Hold on for a second.
My dude that passed,
yeah,
he had brothers that knew what happened. He had a brother there that night.
Hold on. Let me get you a toilet tissue. Let me let you gather yourself. Hold on for a second. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien. Hey, bien. Toilet paper? Just toilet paper. Toilet paper? Yeah. Toilet paper.
Oh, no, the bottom.
You use it all?
Do you want?
Yeah.
Ella quiere un papel de toalla.
Dale uno para ahí,
How was the wine popping? It was good? That is good. Yep, doing a podcast. Yeah. Working, always working. Right.
I'm not crying. Thank you.
You started shaking. I was like, oh. And the winos have dragged me because I gave paper towels one time, but I was in a rush. I didn't know what to do, So we're gonna keep that right there. Okay? All right. So,
And I'm not crying because he passed. Yeah. I've healed from that. A lot of people are like, oh, you still crying. What I'm crying about is a situation that, for someone that don't know me from nowhere, to find me in a situation like that, and I'd be like, that's nobody but God. He didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? People see that, I'm like, fuck am I gonna do with you? But I always had this thing like, he be like, what makes you happy? I'm like, making other people happy. Like, I don't spend money on myself. Like, I'll go out shopping and I'll be like, oh, I like these for this person. I like this for this person. Like, I got nieces and nephews. I splurge on them like I'm their mother. iPads and this. I probably took Christmas away from their parents because they know, like, Auntie Ann, I take them on trips. I do, you know what I'm saying? And I recently stopped doing that stuff to give, like, to heal myself because I'm like, where does this come from? To the point now I'm depressed because I can't do what I want to do. I can't, but who's to say her mother don't want to take her? Or they dad don't want to spend time with them. It's to the point I've had my people come live with me so I could do that for them. Like, you get what I'm saying? But what it is, like I said, my manager, he found me at nothing. I said, this is what's going to make me happy. And he put me in a position to where it can. Like, he almost been a millionaire twice when I met him, right? And I said, you gonna make your first million with me. We didn't know how we was gonna do it, but I knew I got that go power in me. I'm like, if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. I was like, you gonna make your first million with me. And literally a year later, we was already touching probably over $1 million. So it's like my loyalty will forever be with him because when I tell you, when he met me, fighting, police getting called, tightening up my body, drinking, just like...
What you mean tightening up your body? What?
Tightening up my body.
Oh, yeah. Black women.
It's like, honestly, the other day, I'm like, oh, I want that needle. Like, I done had my nipples pierced 3 times just for the feeling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, pain. Like, I want to feel... Like, right now, I guess I'm like, I feel like getting a tattoo. Just to, because I'm craving that feeling. But I don't do tattoos no more. I done passed all of that. It's like now, what's crazy is I don't even drink. I don't smoke weed. I don't do none of that stuff no more. I just deal with it. I don't have kids to go, like, splurging on people make me feel good.
I don't think that makes you feel good.
It does.
I don't think so.
If I showed you Christmas last year, what I did, Cause like now that everybody moved out my house, I don't feel like decorating my Christmas tree.
You're doing it so that people will admire you.
You think so?
Hell yeah. It's like auntie coming through, bam. It's not necessarily that you like doing all that. You like the attention you get from doing it.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. It's sort of like because dad wasn't there.
So what do you do then?
That's what I'm going to tell you. It's sort of like dad's not there, mom's not there. So as children, our thing is, my daughter goes through it. Anytime she has a test, mommy, look, I have a test. I got 100. And I'm like, baby, that's amazing. And I'm rewarding her. You never got rewarded as a child. So now you're doing things with people. You've ran out here and made yourself crazy successful, financially stable. And now the thing that you were supposed to be getting from your parents, unfortunately, you're looking for that admiration, like that validation. It happens with teenagers all the time.
I'm hearing you out. I'm trying to hear you out. I'm trying to connect the dots.
So like children all the time, my daughter comes, she's like, Mom, what do you think of this outfit? Like, and I tell her, baby, I don't know if I like it. You know what I'm saying? And I have to be careful how I say it because I don't want her translating that into I'm not liking her. But children who have the proper love and validation and security from adults grow up to not needing it from anyone. And they don't have to buy something to get a reaction or...
You know what's crazy?
What's up?
I used to live with my mom for a little bit, right?
Okay.
I always felt like my mom, I hope she probably gonna watch it, but
it's all right.
I always felt like my mom didn't like me because out of all her baby dads, mine passed. Mm-hmm. And I noticed, like, I'd be looking at all her baby daddies and I'm like, they all had something to do with money. I'm not speaking down on my mother at all. Mm-hmm. I pray for my mom every morning, every night. I pray for the people I love, my family. And I understand she was probably at a time in her life where she felt like a dude was going, having a baby will make the dude stay and whatever. But I used to stay with my mom and she would not let me like have friends or, just go out. And so I used to buy my mom stuff, like shoes and stuff, just because I know it'll like soften her up and make me go out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I was to get bad grades, my mom would call everybody in the family. She got this. As soon as I gave her good grades, she didn't call nobody.
Yeah. So you see what I'm saying?
I was in ROTC. Yeah. I had ROTC class one time, right?
Yeah.
And we did I'll never forget this day. Every time I be like thinking to hit her up, I'm like, let me just take my space because I'm that one child. Like a lot of my other sisters gave up on my mom. Mm-hmm. She done apologized to us as an adult recently. I forgave her, but it's like, even when you say, yes, okay, it don't make me feel better because now that child that you was supposed to like bond with is gone. It's out the window. Like I've tried to be like, that's my mommy. I call my grandma mommy. She raised me. I have that bond with her. Like she fed me. She like.
That's your mom.
I'm the only one as an adult. But that's, when they be like, when a closed door is closed for a reason. I'm that one that's going to keep trying to open that door and be like, what I want is back there. I want a mommy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So now that you know, right, what it is, so it's okay for, listen, auntie can come through with one gift. Auntie can come through with Merry Christmas and that's it. And they're still going to love you. It doesn't need to be a wow factor every time, right? I don't know if you've ever tried therapy, and if I were you, I would try therapy. No,
I haven't tried therapy.
Having a therapist is like having your manager, but they're trained in this sort of thing, right?
I don't like it. I tried therapy before,
but you gotta find the right one. It's not something that you just go down and you just sit.
I feel you. It's like studios. I found my therapy. I go to the studio. I make a song. I feel better. I go home. I sleep at night. Okay. Therapists, I feel like you're listening. I feel like it's automated.
No,
Because
I was in therapy for 10 years.
That's great.
I was molested at 5.
Same.
I was sucking dick at 5.
Same.
Okay. Beat by my mom.
Same.
Okay. Ousted by my family. And so when I got out on my own, I was out here unconsciously looking for love, doing over the top things for people to respond to me in a good way, because I craved, like, I know what bad feels, so I want to feel good all the time. And whatever I got to do to get that feeling of you making me feel good or validating me or affirming that I did this, or whether it's making myself famous or just making myself the center of attention or buying lavishly and shit, I'm gonna get that because I want to spend so much time getting back everything I never got. And I don't want to go back to feeling the way that I feel. But when you go in that house, I'm sleeping for 3 days, eating the same food. And health department say you ain't supposed to eat food after 4 hours when it's sitting out. Bitch, I done had that food out 3 days. I don't know what the hell they put in Chinese food, but I never got sick. You know what I'm saying? Never got sick. I was like, this food done been under this bed. Ain't no roaches came up in here, but they were about to move in.
I did
Laundry.
Been there.
I got to the point where I would have laundry packed up and I would only wash one outfit that I just needed for that day. Because I'm like, I'm not finna wear all this shit. You don't clean your house. Yeah, you take showers and stuff. You don't want to go out. You know, you got to keep up the persona. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Right.
It's days
so
like...
I'm telling you, like, I know, like, and I can't imagine what it's like living amongst the most pretentious fucking people and nowadays, because everybody on social media, they say they got it. They ain't got it. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
They ain't fucking got it. Like, you can say you got it, you can post all the pictures you want, but you do not have it. And I'm telling you, you're gonna go down this road until you hit a dead end. And guess what? When you go in that house at night, you're gonna feel empty because nothing is going to satisfy you.
That's where I am. Like,
Unless, and this is a conversation I had with my daughter, and then at the end of the 20-minute walk on the way to brunch, we stopped. Dad came outside, and I asked her dad to affirm that. I said, now I'm talking to her about happiness, and I make her repeat it back to me so I know that she understands me. Because I don't ever want her in a space when I send her off into the world and she's looking for people to make her happy, or looking for reactions from people to make her happy. You will be happy regardless, right? And so I'm gonna tell you what makes you happy.
Gratefulness.
I literally, no, that's not what makes you happy.
I gotta tell, that's what I'll get on Instagram and I'll see people with no arms. I'll see this person.
No.
Shit like that.
But that's not your life.
It's not.
Exactly. So what are you being grateful for? You're grateful.
I'm grateful that I have all my limbs, that I got eyesight, that I could see, that I'm not deaf. Like,
gratitude is a practice, but yeah, you have all your sight, but you're still living reckless.
Facts.
Okay? You're still living reckless. So you look gorgeous. You're a very beautiful girl.
Thank you.
Okay? Bright eyes, nice smile. Okay? But the things you're doing is reckless to your mental, to your spiritual, and to your physical. Which you have to understand, you're gonna grow up in age. And you may be standing at the doctor and they be like, you got some shit that we're gonna have to maybe do a hysterectomy. Lord, take the ovaries too, and then you can't have kids.
I feel like I can have kids.
No, don't say that.
I feel like.
But don't say that. I remember there was a time I said I am not going to live past 25.
I said that as a child. I said I don't see myself turning 18.
Because your life was just so, you like, I can't believe I was brought here and this is what life is. So I know it's gonna end, right? And so, but the universe, God had other plans. I woke up, I was 25. I said, fuck, I'm still here? Shit. Well, I gotta do something.
I be saying the same
right,
thing.
I gotta do something. I'm like, I'm still here. Cause he covered me, right? But happiness, you know, you have, it's a practice every day. You have goals.
My goals, if I told you what my goals are, you'd be like, what?
Just give me, I don't want you to tell me specifically what your goals are because you have to protect your goals. You have to protect your goals. Like
my goal, let me tell you how depressed I be sometimes.
Okay.
My goals could be as simple as brushing my teeth every day.
Okay.
Showering every day.
Okay. That's not a goal.
The thing is, when I'm depressed,
yes,
I probably won't do none of that shit, and I'll lay in my bed for a week and pray that God take me in my sleep.
Because you do not have a reason to get up.
I do. When I tell you, I do have a reason to get up.
You don't.
I do.
You don't.
I do.
What's your reason?
I take care of my family.
Fuck that.
I can't say fuck that because because right now it makes sense for me. My thing is for me to keep going right now because I don't give a fuck about myself. Hence the reason why I could drink liquor every day or splurge my money, throw my money here, fly people out, do this, do that, and have no future goals. I have to attach, like I told my manager the other day, I'm like, the reason why I'm still going is because of you. Little did he know, and I told him this 3-4 days ago. Before that, probably for like a few days straight, I'm like, God, just take me in my sleep, please. I don't want to wake up tomorrow.
Well, he said no.
I know. But what I'm saying is...
he closed the door. He said no.
That's cool.
Right.
Because there's other ways you could take... There's people that commit suicide all the time.
Okay.
Like,
but
I told my manager, he'll be like, I need you here. You make me happy. You're a part of my happiness. And I'm like, I make you happy, but what about my happiness?
Okay. So
what if me resting in peace is my happiness?
But that's where we're getting at. So I'm going to give you a simple tool, one tool. I told it to my 15-year-old and she gets it. And daddy came in and affirmed it, right? People think happiness has to do with wealth.
Nope.
Looking beautiful.
Nope.
Being connected.
Nope.
Being the most popular.
Nope.
That's not happiness.
It's not.
It's not, right? Let me tell you what happiness is. Because I had money, lost money, had money. Right?
I done did all that.
Happiness is getting up every day and living, purposely living. I want you, and I'm talking slow because I want you to hear me because you're used to everything moving fast. That keeps you busy. That's your ADHD. That's your coping. I have to do this to my daughter because my mom, she'll be like, get to the point. And I'm like, no. Because if you don't hear nothing else that I fucking said to you, you're going to hear this. Happiness is you getting up every day and doing the thing that you love more than life.
What is that?
Right. That's the part that you have to figure out.
And I
but
told
here's
my
the
manager,
thing.
I said,
no.
what's my purpose?
No, but it's not. I don't even think about it as a purpose.
But what my thing is, your purpose.
I'm about to tell you. I'm
tied to your happiness.
But I'm gonna help you
Once
get to that.
Once I figure out my purpose.
No, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. But in order to get to your purpose, because it's like you want it because you're a hustler. But this is not hustle. This is not hustle. This is step and repeat, step and repeat, step and repeat.
Facts.
Right? It's not a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. Life is a marathon. Every day you wake up, God says, you have another chance. I want you here. Whether you don't want to be here or not. You can take the punk way and do what you got to do and end it. But it's still not going to make you happy. And all those people that you say you love, that you here for, what do you think it's going to do to them?
Teach them how to heal on their own. No.
Because at the end of the day, you have to understand people still love you with or without the gifts.
I get that.
Right? But you're loving them, but you're not receiving their love. Because you got a block.
No, the thing is, I receive all different love. Like, I done been through that stage where I'm like, you didn't say you love me. And I had to, wait, pause. Let me check myself.
Go ahead.
And I'm just like, you don't have to say I love me. I'm not the type to throw I love you. I'll show you by my actions. Or sometimes I love you is me not coming around you because I might bleed on you and you ain't cut me. Like, there's so many people that didn't know. I could be around people and act like I'm the happiest ever, but you don't know what I'm going through at home. And it's like, oh, you don't love me. Nigga, I do love you. Because had I been around you, you probably would have had to feel what I'm going through, and I don't want to put nobody through that. You get what I'm saying? I done been through the stages where just because someone don't love you the way you want to be loved doesn't mean they don't love you. Or you may not see what they're doing or their actions. Because honestly, I be feel like God is in control of everything. There's somebody that I want to be up under right now. And I'm like, why can't I be up under this person? But maybe this person needs to heal from whatever they're going through in their world.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Okay. I want to give it to you. Because I want you're going to look back on this in a few years. You're going to be like, God damn, Tasha, she told me.
Show me that.
Told me. You know what makes me happy every day? Doing something that you don't need to make money from. It doesn't make other people like you. It doesn't get a reaction from everybody. It's something that's sacred between you and you. And you will do it without any monetary exchange, without getting up doing your hair, without brushing your teeth.
What is that?
Let's take the starving artist for an example. I like to use the starving artist example a lot. Because people don't understand, how the fuck do you be homeless to draw? You'll see starving artists. They call themselves starving artists. You ain't never heard of that before? Mm-mm. Oh, girl. Okay, so you'll have someone who wants to be a painter. Mm-hmm. But it's hard to make money in painting. Now it's not. It's very digital art is taking off. And so if you are a struggling painter, you just need to link up with somebody to give you the tools, right? However, there was a moment where people were playing saxophones in the subway or on the side of the street playing instruments, and they just, sometimes they have a tip bucket, sometimes they don't, right? And you ask yourself, how the fuck do they do that? They out here in the hot sun all day. It's hot. People just riding past and they just listening to music, right? But this goes beyond that. This is just an example, okay? Because it's in many forms. And you're like, I couldn't do that, man. Like, my life is just... And people that don't understand the true meaning of happiness because they're living in a very robotic world, were taught to be builders and consumers. That's it. And that's what we're told that's going to make you happy. Getting the new G-Wagon, getting the Cartier, getting this. But then you like, okay, I done got all this. What is there else to get? I done traveled everywhere. Where do I go? Well, the starving artist don't need to go nowhere but to the goddamn corner every day, open up that saxophone. He don't know where he going to get his next meal from, but this shit makes him happy. It puts his mind and heart in a line. Whether it's hours of doing it, whether it's 30 minutes of doing it, they have to get up and do it every day. Whether they brush their teeth, that's what I'm saying. Like you saying, I don't brush my teeth. Okay, cool.
I do brush my teeth, but I'm saying
I'm just saying. But you're looking at that as a goal, and I'm like, no. There are artists that work. There are artists that work, and we're all artists. We're all artists. When you look around at these pictures that your eyes is generating and your brain is taking in, this is art. This is art. The computer is art. What we have on is art. Everybody is a canvas. So the mere fact that they would try to separate artists from humans, and we were created by one of the biggest artists in the entire world, there's no such thing as an artist and a worker. There's no such thing. We're artists. And when you get that, life will make sense. What is your art that you can do without getting recognition? That you can do without your hair being done? That you can do without people giving you and saying you did a great job? Fuck what they think. That you can lose all the money in the world, but if I can get up and do this, I'm happy. Whether I'm on the street, whether I'm sleeping with my friend, this is mine and it don't belong to nobody else. I don't need to share it. I don't need to do shit. The beauty about my art is that this evolved. This was no intention. Like, this is my art, me sharing without intention. I didn't get up one day to say, I want to make money from a podcast. Never did it. I said I wanted to be a fucking hype man, like a DJ, right? I love music. I'm 40 years old. I listen to so much fucking trap music. I don't listen to drill, but I listen to trap. It's different, right? You know what I'm saying? I can't get with all the guns and I can't do it. It makes me feel like I'm getting shot. Bitch, I'll be like, oh my God, this is not the feeling I'm looking for. But I want you to hear me. When you find that one thing that you can do and it doesn't require someone loving you, you will then understand what pure love is. And you will then begin to teach yourself how to love yourself. Because each and every time you get to do it, you're exchanging your art. That's the very thing the Creator God created you to do, was to do that thing, to do what it is. But you have to figure, you know what it is. That's why you sit here quiet. You know what it is. And I would tell you to protect that. But because I understand how this universe works, like, I can tell people what my art is because I got a hold of it. So I don't need this to be successful because I'm going to do it whether it's successful or not, bitch. And you are just happening to listen. I'm letting you listen to me. It's not a privilege for you to listen to me. Because social media have you thinking that, like, oh, bitch, I follow you. Well, unfollow, motherfucker. You understand? For real. Nigga, what you waiting on? Unfollow, bitch. You see what I'm saying? And so, like, you have to understand that, like, I don't need all of this to be it can be taken tomorrow. The aesthetics of it all. But Tasha's still going to be talking. Whether I'm talking to friends, whether I'm pouring into you, whether I'm pouring into my daughter, this is what I do. This is who I am. And the moment I can't talk, like, the worst thing, I'm going to be honest with you, I just had thyroid surgery. I'm pleading with the fucking surgeon, please, my voice box. You take that from me, I don't want to live. When you do not do the thing that makes you happy, you want to die. I told my daughter that. You have a love. I know what my daughter's love was. I saw it the moment she was born. I knew what it was. I don't like to share it with nobody because then, and I tell her don't share it because people will project their insecurities onto you because they don't understand what it's like to love something like that. It's just like you can be with a man, right? He ain't shit, but you love that nigga. You love his dirty motherfucking drawers, right? And you don't give a fuck if the world told you to leave him. Bitch, this my nigga. Right? Mm-hmm. Because that's you. That's your love. And this is a journey that you got to go through because it's something that you're getting from this, right? That you need without having to spend money or compromise yourself. That's another thing. You have to make sure that you're not compromising yourself. It's so peaceful when you find it. Like, it just makes sense. It just feels like, okay, I got it. But when I was having, I was like, doctor, please, you know, I talk. And if I can't talk, I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to live no more. I don't want to live no more. Maybe I'll write, but I like to put the vibration into the universe. I'm like, I was put here to talk. I could be talking about nothing and I'd be fucking happy. Because guess what? That nothing turns into something and I get ideas and I'm like, fuck, I just got something. Yeah, I'm going to save that for later. Boom. And it's going to integrate into what I'm saying. I put it together like it's art all the time. Like, yeah, boom. And I'm doing it like, it's like how people see numbers and how they get excited. And it's like, what the fuck? You just write math all day. What the hell is that? Don't get involved. That's their shit. All right. They building fucking spaceships and everything because of these numbers. They done found out how fast light travel in space. I don't know how the fuck they did that, but thank you. You understand? Thank you. That is your purpose. And so your purpose is not having sex because one day you're not going to be able to have sex. Right. Your purpose is not buying a G-Wagon because guess what? They're going to invent something better than a G-Wagon. Your purpose is not buying gifts because I'm going to be honest with you. The world needs a break from spending and buying shit because we don't have the proper recycling. And it's just too much shit. You don't never notice the trash is getting more and more and more every day. Amazon packages. Where the fuck are they doing that? So they're trying to find new ways to conserve the energy. But if you go and travel to third world countries, right? and you see how Nigeria and them are living on landfills or right next to landfills of trash because they haven't figured out a way to turn that into it. It's like there's no, you're just going to consume until you ruin the earth and you ruin yourself. So what is there that you can do, that not even do, because people look at it as a job. It's not even a job. You do it. You don't need no affirmation. You don't even need to tell nobody that you do it. This makes me happy. If I don't do this one thing, don't fucking talk to me. Don't talk. Nope. Even my family know. They be like, your mama working? Don't mess with her. Because I'm in an energy. I am in it. They know they can't just come up in here right now. You want to see me angry? Come and interrupt my art right now. I protect it. I own it. Nobody gets to tell me how to do this because I learn about myself. It is empowering every step of the way, every time I do it. That is not for nobody to understand. I can give a fuck. They can leave all the bad comments they want to leave. I don't give a fuck. You're still watching. I'm still putting up videos. Pay Cardi B all the fuck you want. I'm still talking. It will never end unless God says, you've done enough talking. It's time to go. But I will leave satisfied and happy. Like, damn. Not even at the fact that I'm changing lives. I don't even look at it like that. People tell me all the time. I was just sitting out eating yesterday. Lady she was fucking around the bush. She's like, bitch, is that you? Oh my God. Like, it happens all day. All day. And I'm like, girl, it's just me. It's just Tasha. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Get up. You know what I'm saying? But get up, because like, and when you're an artist, you sensitive about your shit. You sensitive about your shit. That's why you shouldn't tell nobody what it is. You should just let them see it. Let them feel it. Don't even pay attention to their reactions. You don't need their reactions. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
I love that. You conscious.
No, what's crazy, like, I be telling people all the time, like, the reason why I always knew I was going to be around the greats. Mm-hmm. And I consider you a great. Like, you know, I was like, oh my gosh, you want to interview me?
I'm only as great as much as I feed myself.
You're great.
So, but here's the thing. No, I know, and I appreciate that, but I don't need you to tell me that.
Yeah, you don't.
Right? Because I'm in a space, whereas I know what pain feels like. I know what depression feels like. And I had to go back to that little girl, right? Mm-hmm. I had to go back to that little girl. You're going to have to go back. I know there was a moment all in your time.
When I talk to you, anytime that I'm around someone that's older than me, mm-hmm. and it's a woman, and I study a lot. A lot of people think I'm just this raunchy. A lot of people see my social media and be like, damn, what the fuck is she doing? Where her parents at?
I don't even like that.
I'm very smart.
Right.
I don't have to say it. I know people know.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes when you're talking, mm-hmm. I'm listening to you, but I'm studying your body language. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, do I want to be like her when I'm her age? How do you get what I'm saying? A lot of people better. I know, study the great and do better. Every time I'm around, and I always hang out with older people, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm not shedding shots because I'm not sending shots to anyone that's possibly watching this that I'm not friends with anymore. But I hang around you for a certain amount of time to mm-hmm. peep how you are, who you are. Mm-hmm. The second that you say something that I don't agree with, that I don't see my older self being like, that's when I detach myself from you. Mm-hmm. It may be ignorant at the time because I'm still 26. I mm-hmm. didn't have, and what's crazy is I'm gonna keep a buck with you. Anyone that's older than me that has kids, I study how they treat their child, and then I mirror myself with their children. Cause I'm like, okay, if I was her age, this is how you would have been treating me. I don't like that. Or I wouldn't treat my child like this. I have 3 older sisters. Mm-hmm. The oldest one has 1 daughter. The second one has a daughter and a son. The third one has two daughters and a son. And I have a little bit of each of them in me. Some stuff I don't like. You get what I'm saying? Some stuff I'm like, damn, I see a little bit of you in me. I don't like this part of me. Or I like that it's always a good and a bad. Like my older sister, we've all six of my sisters, we've all been through traumatic situations that now as an adult, I'm like, damn, I'm fucked because now I have to heal from this stuff. Like, and I don't want to be the one that's like, it's your fault. It's your fault. I have the older sister. She's just shut out from the world. She's solely focused on her husband, her daughter. That's it. I could be like her, but I'm like, I still have feelings for my mother. You get what I'm saying? We're from Guyana. My older sister, she was born in Guyana. The rest of us, we were born here in the States. You got to think about it. My mother was raised in Guyana, and they couldn't wear nail polish to school. They couldn't wear the colored hair. Like, their ass whoopings weren't like our ass whoopings here in the States. So it's like they come to the States and they're in shell shock. They're like, what the fuck is this? Y'all doing this, y'all doing that. School is like this, that. So it's like, I can't blame my mother to a certain extent because she wasn't raised how we were. Y'all got, I went to school.
Keep talking, girl.
I'm in school.
I'm like,
yeah, I don't want to.
no.
I'm in school with kids.
Okay.
You know, I'm coming to school. I'm speaking normal. Like, where are you from? And back then it's like, bitch, if you don't speak American, I was raised in a Guyanese household. Like, I had to
speak French.
No, it's broken English. Okay. But it's West Indian, like people speak Spanish over there.
I understand, yeah. It's like Spanish.
But I had a broken, they could hear my accent. They knew I wasn't from here. So it's like, I'm going to my friend's house and I see how they live and I'm like, I don't live like this back at home. Like, I was raised in a 3-bedroom house with like 20 of us. Bunk beds and living like this, done been molested. And then you say molested to your friends and, oh, I was doing our porn. They were like, the fuck you got going on? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's certain stuff I can't blame my mother for because she's not from here. She don't know. You in a third world country. I had a cousin that was chopped up by her husband. And I seen the pictures. And that nigga pretty much got away with murder in Guyana. And that's normal over there. You come here to the States, some shit like happen like that. We need to find who did it. You're going to prison, death sentence, all that shit. I went through, and a lot of people feel like a lot of my trauma's tied to just like, oh, you got daddy issues. Oh, nah, nigga, I got stability issues. I got like, it's way deeper than the surface. When I'm friends with somebody or when I'm in love with someone, it's because I'm in love with their stability. I'm in love. Like, I don't date men for their money for a reason. I don't give a fuck about your money. What are you teaching me? How are you loving me? You fucking me is not loving me. I've dated men with kids. I want to see how you treat your kids. How do you have your kids living? Not sending shots to anybody watching. Why is there mold in your house? Why are you okay with your son living like that? Like, the women that you've dated before, why didn't they tell you something for you to fix and clean that shit up? That's what I look at. I look at your fingernails. I've been raised in, like, I have an OCD. I sleep on white sheets. My whole house, I bought my house, it was beige. I did my floors over white and gray. I want to see the dirt so I could clean it. When I'm with men, show me your dirt so I could clean it for you. Even if you don't end up being with me, let me show you what I would hope a woman would like. I'm gonna clean it for you, but then honestly, you're probably not the man that I want. Maybe I'm honestly, what's crazy is I've never had the best luck in love because I'm never satisfied. I don't know if that's like a daddy issue thing or searching for something, and once every nigga, like, it could be a nigga that I'm just fucking with. If I know I'm not gonna last with you, I'ma still go to your house. What are you missing here? Baddies, I was fucking with a couple niggas. Went to their house, new bed pillows and sheets. Show me your towels. Throw all this shit out. Let me get you some new towels. And then I'll leave. Change my number. I change my number like 10, 20 times a year. Call it weird, but once I feel like I've done my job with whoever it was, whatever nigga I was dealing with, on to the next. And sometimes it's not even about a nigga. It's just like, I pray every day, every morning. I'm like, God, order my steps. And when I'm on the way to do some shit I don't want to do, I'm like, God, order my steps. If I'm not supposed to do this, block it. And he'll still send me there. And I don't be feeling, see, it's like, I see this and subconsciously I've been trying to wipe this shit for the longest. I like clean. I like a fresh slate. Like, I want to go to a dude and like, hey, you shouldn't have your son living like this. This is not okay. Had this been my son, this got to be fixed. You don't spend, I had a boyfriend, gorgeous daughter, police officer. I was dating him, and I've always attracted men with kids. And now I see why. It's like, he a police officer, so he's seen a lot of stuff working. And I'd be like, he'll come home, want to drink or whatever, go to the club, his daughter in the room, leave, hang out with his homeboys, come home, next day, do the same shit all week. I'm like, you're not gonna spend time with your daughter? Man, when I die, my daughter gonna be good. I got $1 million. What do you mean? You're here now. Fuck the money. Cause I have the money. I be feeling like my dad, God, whoever sends me down money, like, here, let me try to pad in whatever. That shit don't fix nothing. Spend some, I had to, yo, let's go to movies. Come on, let's go to the movies. Take him out. Hey, let's go eat dinner. Oh, Uber Eats. No, nigga, let's go sit and eat. Come sleep in the bed with us. Come bond with your daughter. Cause honestly, that's what I would have wanted. And a lot of ladies, young women, children, they don't see that that's wrong until their dad is no longer there. Then they're looking at their friends and stuff, because that's what I look at with my cousin. I only know because of what I went through and why I'm like my manager, he got 2 kids. He got a daughter and a son, right? And he'll call me sometimes, not to put his business out there, he'll call me sometimes and be like, his daughter doing this. And I'm like, I can relate. That's the unhealed version of me, your daughter. And I fill that void by telling him, because he was like, I do this for her, I do this. I'm like, that's not doing shit. You can't fix those years that you missed with her. That's why she's picking at you. I got a little sister right now, her dad's still alive. Out of all my mom's 7 daughters, I'm the only one that's dad passed, and it bothers me. The oldest one is like this with her daddy. The second and third, they share a dad. He about to come out of jail. Me, then it's me, my dad died. The one under me, she still got her mom and dad alive, but we get it with our mom. And it gotta go back to my mom. You had kids for a check. Y'all didn't make kids out of love. Shout out to the dads that still turned around and been like, that's still a piece of me that I have to take care of, whether we made it out of love or not. I can't even blame my dad for not being there when he was alive. He was there. You know, I was a child. I didn't know how important. I didn't know I was raised in a broken home until recently. I'm thinking like living with your grandma, aunt, uncle, their kids, cousins. I'm thinking that shit's normal. It's not normal. That's a broken home. So it's like, I gotta hold my mom accountable for some stuff, because it's like, damn, you ain't make us out of love. You made us out of a promised check, promised income. And now when the dude leaves, you're like this. And now DCF came for me and my sisters a few times, and my grandmother's the one that kept us together. And I try to get on my little sister, like, your dad's alive, go spend time with him, because had my dad still been here, I would have been up under him. There's sometimes in my head, I'm like, damn, I want to go sit on my daddy's lap. And I'll call my manager, because that's what he wants his daughter to do right now. My manager, if I tell him, hey, I want a Bugatti January, he's going to get me a Bugatti January. he's done all the financial stuff for his daughter. I got her an apartment. I got her this. She's still not happy. I'm like, because those 13 years that you weren't there, she's still holding on to that. She doesn't know you. That's those 13 years you were supposed to get to know each other. That's a bond. He has a newborn, not a newborn. He's 2 turning 3. And him and his son is like this, just that 3. And I'm like, I told him, I'm like, kids, your kids are like credit cards. You know, like the longer your credit history is, the better it is for your credit report. Mm-hmm. And you make on-time payments, whether it's a hug, a love, a call for their birthday, that's credit history. Once you fuck up a card, that it's there forever. You could see it. You can't pay somebody to fix that credit history. You can't. No, you could pay the card off, but then what?
I don't ever do this. Ever. Because I'm not I'm nobody's savior.
Listen close and listen carefully. The olive leaf extract can reverse high blood pressure and diabetic high blood sugar, or the sugar as some of our grandmamas may call it. It can also kill any nasty little bugs in your bodies like parasites, bacteria, fungi, tumors, and much more. And if that's not enough, you can also tell certain cancers like breast, prostate, colon, liver, and skin cancer to take a seat, because the olive leaf extract has been known to fight it. And their friend lupus can get it too, okay? So I need my winos to be in good health, because we have some good dragging to do. So visit myoliveleaf.biz to help get your health in order.
All right, winos, check out our Unwind with Tasha K store. We got sweatshirts that say, nah, I gotta go and I ain't got it. We got crop top, wine mug, water bottles. We got it all, okay? So be sure to hit that link below. Well, they call you the Queen of Broward.
Yeah,
Okay. Is it safe to call you were a stud?
I was.
You were high yellow. They bullied you.
Yeah.
A lot of light-skinned people don't talk about that.
They think that we got it all like good. We light skinned and we just got everything good. Like, nah, hell nah, I used to get bullied and shit. And it's just crazy how I hadn't already started working with females and I was like 19, 20 before I even knew that my dad was an actual pimp in Chicago. I was already, semi doing that here.
So you got into pimping because it was in your blood.
That's what
And you had no idea.
I had no idea.
So as a stud, you had females working for you.
Okay, you want to know, before I get into that, you want to know some tea?
Yes.
I was talking to Shaq recently.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. So let me see these DMs, child.
I respect a real nigga that could be like, yeah, I'm flying, I'm taking this bitch to Cancun real quick. I'll be back for you when I get a Davy, and I'll be like, all right, daddy.
He says, I'm waiting. Show me where you want me to come when I see you. Oh, the white. Goddamn. The white. She got all the receipts. Oh, shot. I'm nobody's, I have 2 kids of my own, right? But what I see in you is so powerful that I'm afraid that if you're not protected, you are a danger to yourself. You are.
Break that down.
Which means you're living in a world, like one of the key things that I got when I was in therapy. And I like to look in your eyes, because I feel that so many people look off and you can't really gauge them, right? Because I want you to know I'm serious. I mean, I always look at people's eyes anyway, because that's how you can. I
was gonna wear shades to this interview, but I'm like, I won't look in your eyes too. No.
So I already know about the shades thing, and so there. How can I put this? Because you've mastered. Like, I remember when I was 20, 25, 26, I no degree, some college. Every time I went to college, I ended up teaching a class, right? You get in and you figure shit out really fast and you master it, right? That is a, here you go. Here you go. Here. It's okay. going to tell you this. I don't ever do this. But I want to spend time with you once a month. Whether it's an hour, whether it's 2 hours, whether it's all day. And I want to give you everything I give my daughter. Nothing in return. This is not for the cameras. This is not for social media. This is strictly for your stability. I am terrified the way you process a system. Like, you can go into a Fortune 500 company with no degree, observe, and tell them how to make their business work. I know you can, can't you? I know you can. That is a rare, rare gift. I have that gift. And you're doing it every day by you meet somebody, you figure out what's going on, you fix them. Once you fix them, your job is over. Your job is over. But the problem, the dangerous part is when you go in, you don't understand the energy exchange.
No, I get it.
When that happens. So you're great at what you're doing, but because your energy field is depleted, and that has a lot to do with who you exchange energy with, your body. Now, you conscious. You've watched a lot of conscious material. I know you've heard men speak about semen retention. Have you heard them speak about that? Semen retention. So, men who are promiscuous, no matter how much money they have, no matter how just great looking they are, no matter how influential they are, giving semen away, boxers spoke about this. They did not purposely have sex so that they could achieve greatness in them, right? And so, but when it comes to men, they do it so that they can channel more creativity. Because if they're giving their energy away, their power to women, right, they're not going to have anything for themselves. Because it takes minutes. It takes a lot to build back up that energy. It's an exchange. And every time you lay down with somebody, you're giving your energy away. Every time. So then you get into these relationships with your energy depleted, right? And you're fixing them on an empty tank. It's like driving around in a goddamn, I would say that you're a Toyota, not a Mitsubishi. Toyota has a lifelong, and it can go to 300-400 miles, 300 to 400,000 miles. That bitch still rolling.
You know, it's so crazy. So let me break down the art that I've noticed. Because you pretty much, what's crazy is I don't tell a lot of people what goes on in my world, because it'll sound crazy to people. Mm-hmm. Every man that I've let into my sacred space, if I started at ground zero and they were in, as I build myself up, they build in whatever world they are. Whether it's financially, emotionally, whatever it is.
I know.
Right? So it's like, to a point, I don't think I love any man that I've ever been with. There's one man that I've dealt with a few months ago. I've never doubled back on a man. Never. I've always, and I felt like, I'm like, is this is this lust for life. Like I always felt like I was just stuck because no man makes me happy. Being by myself don't make me happy. Being up under a nigga, to the point it's like, I don't see myself getting married. I don't see myself, like, I'm scared of relationships. I'm scared to be up under a nigga and say that's my nigga because I don't watch God take away somebody that I was in love with already. When I love hard. And you know how they be like, oh, God's a very jealous God? It's to the point sometimes I'm like, hold on, before I even get this deep in love, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to lose you, because when I love, I'm going to love you like a brother, a dad, a boyfriend, husband. Nigga, I don't eat ass, but you want your ass? Hey, I'll eat your ass, suck your toes. Like, it gets that deep. I don't want to say obsessive because I know how to.
But you do know you don't have to do all that.
I get it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, well, you probably did call it out. Like, I hurt my damn self. It's just, it's to the point. That's why I said I'm going celibate. I've been celibate because I'm tired of like fixing people. And honestly, I can't be like, oh, no one fixing me. There's no one on this planet that could fix me but God. And honestly, you know what's crazy? I've had some of the best days of my life to where I don't think about my dad or my mom or my childhood because I live in the now. Sometimes that look could get to you and it's like, no, bitch, let's live in your childhood. What's your childhood like? Zeus, they did my interview. And I'm thinking it's gonna be, oh, bitch, you know how to fight? When's the last time you been to fight? My interview was about my childhood. And I'm like, why is y'all asking me about my childhood? Because they was like, we want to know your deepest, darkest, and I don't talk to people about my childhood.
Please tell me you ain't telling them, child.
I did tell them.
Oh, Lord Jesus. That's why you were chosen.
I don't mind that I told them because you know what's crazy? And you know what's, you want to keep it buck with you?
What's that?
Before Baddies, I wasn't this broken. I wasn't thinking about my mom. I was thinking about I didn't care. All that stuff was like my gray area. It was hidden. I buried it deep. I wouldn't get drunk and think about my dad. It's just now, I'm just now figuring out who my dad was and how big of a dude he was. And what's crazy, I be listening to Young Dolph, Mr. Glock. My daddy was a Mac. And I'm like, damn, my daddy was a Mac. I'm just now asking questions about my daddy. My dad used to leave birthday letters, and I just called my great aunt recently. I'm like, hey, I heard my daddy left me jewelry and he left me some birthday cards. Where are they? You get what I'm saying? I'm just now like digging. I didn't care about none of that stuff before. But you know what it did? It opened up a door and it's like, nah, you got to heal this little girl.
That was going to be my next thing because you're so great and you've mastered pretty much every project you've done, whether it's a human that's a project, whether it's a home.
It don't feel good.
In the moment it does.
It does, but it's
but
what's
when you're
next?
done, what's next? And so you've already mastered that part, and the hard part, the most difficult part is going to be you. Now that you've mastered all that, God says now it's time for you to use your tools on yourself.
Yeah. And what's so funny is that's why I'm starting the new year off with my fresh sheet of paper. Like,
do you find yourself more down during the fall season? Like summer, you good. Spring, you good. You feel alive. But fall season, when the sun starts to dip off, it gets a little chillier at night. It's not as hot. Think about
what it is what's crazy is I didn't feel none of this. These feelings for me are new because I would never, this is my first time ever crying in front of, I don't do that shit. I'm a tough person.
I know.
And that's why,
and I wasn't my intention.
I was shaking my head because I'm like, someone calling me right now.
Yeah.
So I ain't crying on no fucking camera. I'll walk off stage and I'll cry in private. I was about to walk off and have my moment and come back like nothing happened. I don't give a fuck about the clout. When it comes down to my emotions, I don't let people in. And that's probably why, like, maybe it's the shades or something. I don't cry on camera because what am I crying about? I don't want people to see my weak side because honestly, you can't use my weak side against me. I'm a tough nigga regardless. And that's, sometimes I be feeling like my daddy, like, bitch, you're a woman. If you don't sauce your way down, if you don't soften up, I'm tough. Like, I'm just tough. I've built this thing. Like, I don't hang with females.
I know.
I hang with niggas.
I know.
I chill with the niggas. Like, I feel like I'm up there with y'all.
But you know that has everything to do with the relationship with you and your mother.
Break that down.
Your mom is the first woman you're supposed to learn how to be a woman from.
You know what's crazy? I'm going to tell you some very private stuff. I told one person this recently because I felt like she was a part of, like, my transition. I got my period in 6th grade. Mind you, I'm living in a house that I got passed around as a child. Okay. Live with this person, live with this. I don't know who none of y'all are. I'm just waking up in a new house. My mom never had, we always moved with my mom. I remember fights. I remember this. I used to fight in school. I move into this house. I got an auntie, uncle, 2 cousins, sisters. I don't know who these people are, but I do know, like 5th grade, I didn't even know I was molested until I was in the 5th grade. I had to sit in an educational class and they're talking about your period and stuff, and I'm uncomfortable because I'm like, oh shit, I was molested and I was wrong? That's not supposed to go in my mouth? This is my sake, you get what I'm saying? Didn't know how to tell nobody because, I used to get smothered with pillows. I used to get tortured. I got my period. I didn't know how to go tell one. I would never talk about a period with another woman. It was so uncomfortable to me up until recently. I'm 26. I have sisters. I couldn't go to my sisters. It's like, that's why I said that credit history thing. You know how they say all the banks know each other? I could be Chase Bank. My sister could be Wells Fargo. I couldn't be like, hey, I got a withdrawal slip. Well, like, what I do with this? I didn't feel like I'm like a private bank. I didn't tell nobody, hey, I was molested, or what happens when this, or I was sucking dick in 7th grade and I thought I got pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like, just little shit that I'm like, damn, I don't blame my mom. But then it's like, I'm a woman out here in these streets dealing with niggas, not knowing how to be a fucking, I knew to cook and clean. That's all, you get what I'm saying? I know how to cook and clean. I know how to not get a pussy away. What else? Like, I didn't know how to, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I used to wash my coochie with soap. You're not supposed to do that. I always got BV problem because I'm washing my coochie with soap. Just little shit like my grandma had to tell me recently, you're not supposed to watch. Because I'm like, why I keep going to the OBGYN? Like, why I'm not fucking nobody. And when I am, why do I?
As your bacteria is on.
You're not supposed to wash your coochie with soap. Just little shit that I'm like, why no one told me this growing up? Or why didn't I feel I was comfortable to go to a sister? I just told my sister's best friend. I remember when I first got my period and I was embarrassed about it. Got it in school. Like, putting toilet paper instead of asking someone I was embarrassed. I'm like, who? I don't know y'all. And I tell my manager all the time with his son and his daughter, I'm like, when he calls me venting about her, I'm like, you fucked up that credit history. I don't tell him that in a bad way. But I tell him like, I tell him like, just look at your daughter like the old version of me, because he done had the toxic version of me, and now he has the healed version of me. To where I just tell him like, it's nothing you could do. I tried with my mom. There's days like I could give a fuck about hearing my mom's voice, but I call my grandma every fucking day.
You should.
My grandma's voice keeps me going. My mom is like, it's like, I don't hate her. I love her because that's my mother. That's who God gave me to be my mother. But I feel like I've been let out. You know, when you let a dog astray, I done been in the wrong yards. I done been looking for love in the wrong places. I'm like, I've always dated older men. It's just recently I've lost attraction to older men because I'm like, nigga, you old enough to be my damn daddy. Yuck. Just recently, I'll count the years. I'm like, how old is he? Okay, that's reasonable. Recently. Like him, I met him 17 turning 18 and he was 34 when I met him, 35. Gray hairs already, and that shit turned me on. That's what turned me on. Gray facial hair, grown. I be looking at a nigga like hands, I'm like, that shit turns me on. And it's because I was touched as a child. That shit's not normal. I'm not gonna put my other sister's business out there. I feel like the reason why I am the one that be on the interviews and stuff, because I'm the voice for the streets. I'm the voice for, you know, they don't want to go on the platforms and talk about it, but we all know it's like the elephant in the room. So people that watch like reality TV shows and all these interviews and stuff, I always said like, I always pray, I'm like, God, I want to help people. I used to be into crystals and stuff, and amethyst, you know, the purple one that heals. I didn't even know what I was doing. I had bought some praying hands, like, I guess they're not praying hands. And I had a whole shrine in one of my apartments when I first started making money. I put the amethyst and clear quartz, and I put it against the world. I put it facing the world. And I always said, God, however this works, I just want to heal the world. I love Michael Jackson. I'll listen to music to tap into a part of me that'll make me cry. There's a song out, Self-Love. I forgot, I just got onto it. And people think like this whole OnlyFans stuff, oh, you do OnlyFans, da-da-da-da-da. I'm not happy that I do it, but I feel like it's just a part of my self-love. Like, and honestly, it's a part of me and me. I don't give a fuck. As long as whoever nigga I'm with, it's not something I'm doing forever. There's other women out there just like me that didn't have that mother role or the big sister role or even a father. Sometimes I'm like, if my dad was here, what the fuck would he say about me having an OnlyFans? My dad had money. I probably wouldn't have even had to do OnlyFans. Or I used to live in the Bible a lot. I just recently deleted the app because it had me going crazy, because I'm like, damn, prostitute this, sex, you know? And then it's like, who was Jesus' best friends? Bitch, hey. I had to build like this, you know, I had to build my own. I'm like, well, shit, I'm here for a reason, to show y'all God still love me no matter what. He trying to show y'all like, calm the fuck down a little bit. Your daughter might end up just like me. I'm an influencer. God put me on a platform for a reason. So before you be quick to judge, not knowing your daughter may be led astray. She might fuck with somebody that might put her into OnlyFans, or, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Don't judge, because the tables can switch very quickly. God will show you a way to humble yourself. Yeah. So it's like, I don't walk around proud of my job. I'm proud of what I do with my income. And I'm going to tell you something that might sound crazy. Mm-hmm. When I buy shoes for people, sneakers, I always send them off with the intentions of it's going to lead them in the right path. Like even my nieces and stuff. to where it's not in my, not my footsteps, but where I would have wanted to go at that age instead of where I've been. Clothes and stuff, like I just ran into I used to work at this store called Miami Village, jewelry store. And I had a coworker there. I left, started making my money, whatever. I recently ran into him. And he's like, hey, what's up? And I smelt him. I'm like, are you good? He goes, no, I'm homeless. I'm sleeping on a bench. I said, I'm not just gonna leave you here. Hop in my car. I took him to Target, got him clothes, soap, took him to my house. I don't even do that. Let him shower. And I set intentions when I do stuff. I said, whatever clothes and stuff, it's gonna lead him to the right path. It's like when you attach somebody to your credit. I'm like, this is like putting him on my credit line. So you get what I'm saying? I do stuff like that. So everything that I get, when you splurge and doing this, I feel stuff in a different way. I look at stuff in a different way. When people shower in my house, I hope it's like, cause my showers be cleansing. It's like, God, whatever's not of you, wash it off. So when people come over and they showering in that, it's washing whatever that is not of God off and to lead them back on the right path. I had this thing where I'm like, why? I always invite people to my house. But not just anybody. It's people that I feel like God would never send nobody my way if they weren't meant to be a part of my journey. And sometimes like, God, I don't trust these people. And it's like, lean not unto your own understanding. Because I ask God to order my steps every single day. Every day. Whether I be in some weird situation, I'm like, God, I don't like this. I talk to God all day, every day. People probably don't know that. Oh, you sell pussy. So what, bitch? Where your daddy at? God forgive me. I said I'm over that. But I gotta laugh at something. My relationship with God is like this. No matter what y'all see on social media, the internet, reality TV, I'm like this with God. Honestly, I be feeling like I'm on, God be right here. I done been in situations where I could have lost my life. I felt, not knowing like, bitch, don't lean on to your own understanding. I have you here for a reason. I know I have a purpose. I know what my purpose is. I know I need to calm the fuck down and chill out with the depression stuff. I'm human. I fight with flesh every day just like everybody else. However, it gets tough. And I can't say it gets tough because I'm fine. Tasha, I have nothing. My bills are paid on time. I have nice cars. I could switch out whenever. My God is great. My life is great. However, it's like, sometimes I don't look at the bigger picture. Because God was like, well, you told me you want to help people, but when I send you these people to help, why you don't trust them? Why you don't trust God's plan? You don't. And then it's like, you got to watch all this stuff on the news, P&B rock, jewelry. I stopped wearing jewelry. I get paranoid. I don't like bringing everyone to my house because that's where I'm at. You get what I'm saying? But it's like when you ask God to, order my steps, and the boy that I helped, he shared some information with me that made me feel uncomfortable. I went in my car, I made some calls, and I'm like, I even talked to God, I'm like, God, why do I feel uncomfortable? He's like, well, maybe because you've been molested. Maybe you've been taken advantage of and you don't want to be taken advantage of again. Instead of you seeing it my way, wherein you're helping him, you're attaching him to your credit for him to be led in the right path. You get what I'm saying? So it be me fighting with distorted me. And I use my hands because I put this on my body. This side is clean. You get what I'm saying? I be fighting with distorted me and me. That's why I don't tap my body no more. And I always said, I'm like, I wish my skin was clean because I be feeling like all this shit be activated when you fucking drink liquor. Shit that you had plans for. This probably wasn't part of God's plan, but then I'm like, honestly, that's how you could show God's work in you.
And I want to thank you. I do. I want to thank you for taking the moment to be you.
Thank you for allowing me, for making me feel comfortable.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that because you made a choice, right? So I don't try to plan where my interviews are going to go, you know, or conversations. I don't really like to refer to them as, interviews, especially in a room like this, because you just never know what's going to come out. And trust me, you are not the first that has cried in that chair. Okay? I done had them bawling, and I'm like, and I done got cussed out by my viewers. Can you please get some tissue, not paper towels? I'm like, I'm giving them something, like, damn, you know? And so, to me, it's an honor, because I know you want to help the world physically, right? Like, you want to just make people happy. You want to send them off. But I don't think you understand what you just did here in this moment. And I think I know what your happiness comes from, because you just completely forgot about everything, what you had to do, and you just let it out. And you have to keep letting it out. Like, whether you try to, the unhappiness comes from you trying to hold it in.
Yeah. And I don't like.
Right.
I came here saying, I'm not going to speak about this. I'm not going to speak. And I feel like I spoke on everything I said I wasn't going to speak about. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
But it's whatever.
And I'm glad you didn't. Because.
I did.
No. There was some things that, because there's not a lot on the internet about you. It's only what we see on the productions, what you post on your page. But you saying, you know what? Fuck the Instagram. Fuck the OnlyFans. Fuck the TV show. This is what's going on. You don't understand the energy you just sent out, like, into the world through me. Like, I'm going to talk to your manager, and I'm going to correspond. I'm going to have my assistant correspond with your manager. And no matter where you are in the world or what you're doing, what you do is what you do. And this is not trying to persuade you to do what you do, but it's more so like that foundation. Like, because unfortunately, your mom wasn't there. And you get as much as you can from your grandmother. And I'm not trying, I cannot fill the shoes of your mom. That no one can. You will never get that. And I'm speaking from experience.
I know.
You cannot cannot expect someone to get something from someone that they do not have. And they didn't get from their mom or mom's mom, right? But because I see your gifts, it's about a transfer of energy to where you don't, it's more so like you don't see it as like, oh, I gotta completely forget about myself and change myself into this. No, just go open up and let guards down and open up until you're comfortable enough to get up every day and do what makes you happy, regardless of how you're going to get the money. Where the money is going to come from. Because your gift, and I'm sure you read a lot of scriptures, will make way for you.
Yeah. I've had
it
so
will
many
make
prophets and people.
Well, I listen, I ain't no prophet. I don't believe in them damn churches and shit like that. I don't. And we'll talk a little bit about that once we get off camera. Do I believe? I believe the Bible was written with a very common sense type, but it's very contradictory.
I don't get into none of that
right.
stuff. I done stopped reading the Bible.
It's very contradictory. It's like, don't do this, but you just slayed a whole damn nation. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Too deep into that. But when I say prophet, I've had people walk up to me and they be like, your boyfriend that died, it wasn't your fault. Let it go.
Oh,
How you know a
God.
boyfriend died?
See, it's shit like that. It's like, wait a minute.
But what's crazy is that morning I was crying about it, feeling like, why did he die with me?
Because the energy is very real.
So when I say profit, like, this is the most that I'll get close to a therapy session, because I will never pay for another therapy session. However, I can't say that because I done turned studio sessions into therapy sessions.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think right now you feel the way you feel, but there will come a time where you're going to let your guard down and you're going to listen. Okay? And so I want to end on this note, because I know your managers and everybody are waiting.
Yes. And I got you.
And I told you I'm gonna get with your managers, whether you have time, whether you don't time, whether it's just a phone call. I just want to check in on you.
I appreciate that.
And I just want to remind you, are you doing that thing? I don't want to know what it is, but are you doing that thing that puts a smile on your face?
Helping people.
Well, we'll see. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. You may think it's helping people, but we'll see.
That's what made me happy, but we'll see.
It's that right there. I believe that's intertwined with codependency. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. But I do wanna thank you. I'm honored. Okay.
I'm honored. Thank you.
Your interview is not going to like normally we'll do a trailer. I don't want to do a trailer. I don't want people getting amped up, thinking they're gonna hear mess. I'm just going to air it during a segment that is very special to me. It's called Happy Hour. And the winos, my viewers, write in and they pour their hearts out. And you're probably the first public figure that I will air on this segment because I want them to hear everything that you've said. Okay, so we're not gonna make a big promotion behind this. I just want them to just hear your words. Like they're in a room with me and they're just listening. They may have a lot of shit to say, but trust me, they listening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some people out there that need to hear it so they know. You know?
Yeah. So, and yeah, but I appreciate you. Thank you. And I'm gonna get with your manager. And then I'll just be like, I just need 30 minutes on the phone, or maybe we just meet up at a little lunch spot and I just kind of check in with you, and you know what I'm saying? And if you don't feel like it, I understand, because I get it. Like I was in a space like yours where, you know, I would be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And then the day comes, I don't feel like being around. You know?
You get it.
Yeah, I get it. And I'm not going to take it personal because I don't want anything from you.
Right.
You understand? I don't want anything from you. I just want you to understand what stability is. Okay? That's all that is. And knowing what that looks like, especially from a woman's perspective. Because you have to understand that. Because when you see it, you'll know how to do it and implement it yourself. So I'm not mom, I'm not your therapist, I'm not any of that. It's just stability. You've mastered everything else, but you haven't mastered stability. And that, I don't even have to tell you about it. It's just the interactions and the exchange of the energy and conversations. You'll pick it up and you'll get it. And then you're going to go and implement that shit in your life. I'll see you in 10 years and you're going to be like, girl. And I'm gonna be like, I knew you would get it, because once you get it, no one can ever get you away from you. Okay? So I love you, girl.
Thank you for having me.
My baby. Oh. Okay, no problem. And cut. We're done. We're done. Okay, you need some water?
Yes.
Here.